Grand day, amazing souls. How are you feeling? Oh my gosh, I came with a good one today, y'all. A good one. And you know, how I always talk about the universe has a different sense of humor, right? So, one thing that I have learned in my awakening is that, first of all, player one, you have to know that you are playing the game. Two, you have to know what game you are playing. If you're anything like me, I grew up playing a lot of board games, some video games, but not many, right? And I wasn't really too into the video games, but more so the board games. I loved Sega, Sonic, um, Mario, Super Mario, stuff like that. But however, all of these gadgets and gizmos, they were teaching us something. They were showing us something. So I'm ready to jump on into today's transmission, and this is a good one, y'all. You're going to be a little shocked. So, Dorothy, hold on to your hat. And the Dorettes, you know, y'all get it. All right, so I was doing some research and I was allowing, Source to really connect with me. Well, I'm already connected to Source because I am Source. However, I was receiving some information and some downloads, right? And I heard abundance. Now, especially alongside the beginning of my manifestations, right? I used to always ask for abundance. That's so funny, right? I have a mint in my mouth, y'all. So it might be a little strange looking. And I mean, I used to do manifestation after manifestation with my intentions. And it's so deep because just now the universe taught me something. Listen to this. And I never even realized this. But people tell us to say abundance this and abundance that, especially when we're doing affirmations, right? And this is the definition of abundance, and which y'all probably know, but I'm gonna tell you what we missed, what I missed anyway. Can't speak for anyone else. Abundance is a very large quantity of something. So I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. All these years I've been asking for abundance, and I got abundance, but I didn't get what I was assuming that I was getting, right? My intention was money, right? And this was, and I get what Source was doing now. Source is like, well, hey, it's not about money because you are the money. You are the frequency. You are the currency. And there's nothing outside of you, right? And it took me years to understand this. Abundance is a very large quantity of something. All my life I felt like a true blonde. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. And throughout this space and energy, I've always wanted to be wiser, smarter, right? And this was a subconscious thing though. I didn't know that I wanted wisdom subconsciously, especially when I began my awakening, right? And it finally hit me today. I wanted wisdom, and I'm grateful at this space. Dan told me years ago that I wanted wisdom before I wanted money, I don't think that would have flew by me, right? I wouldn't have loved the idea of me having wisdom before money, not understanding that wisdom is priceless. You cannot put a cap on wisdom. And man, like I was like, I gotta share this. Like this is whole new level for me. And gratitude, universe, you know, because the universe always works in my favor. So let me finish. So I did the numerology on abundance, right? Abundance equals 29. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, hold up. So the 2 and the 9 equals something, but when you reduce it, it becomes 11, right? And I'm like, whoa. So abundance comes and it's like, think of abundance as 2 feet. You got to walk with it. You got to learn how to walk with abundance, right? Before you can get to whatever else that you truly trying to get to. So listen to this. Abundance equals 29. It signifies a journey towards spiritual fulfillment through meaningful relationships and acts of service, often guided by intuition and compassion. It suggests a strong connection to universal forces and a focus on spiritual pursuits. Y'all, rewind that back if y'all need to hear that again. Because the deep thing is, right, when we ask for something, right, especially us who have gone through this spiritual awakening, the universe give us an abundance of wisdom. Does that make sense? Because first we have to connect with our intuitions, connect with the higher being, right? We have to go through this journey of developing relationships. And guess what? The first relation guess the first relationship that we must go through. The very first relationship we must establish is with ourselves. And who are we? We are extensions of source. Now I know for me, and I cannot speak for everyone else, I even though I was never detached from source, I lost trust along the way. I lost trust within myself. I at some point stopped trusting. Stopped trusting myself, right? And source is like, well, where did that come from? My inner being is like, well, where did that come from? Because we've always been here. We've always supported you. We've always, you know, our intentions have always been to expand. So why it is that you stop distrusting, you have allowed others outside of you. You put your trust into others instead of into us, instead of into you. And this is where the disconnection with self came in. Is this making sense, you guys? So I want to give you the definition of wealth, which we all probably know, right? The definition of wealth is an abundance of valuable possessions or money. And I was like, whoa. Now this makes a lot more sense. And the crazy thing is, I don't think I had not, and this was divinely orchestrated. My higher self, with those breadcrumbs, right? I did not I don't think I received one affirmation with the word wealth, right? And like I said, that was divinely orchestrated because my higher self wanted me to understand abundance, the abundance first. It wanted me to experience wisdom, knowledge, education, self, self love, unconditional love, you know, how things work. energy, frequency, vibration. It wanted me to get back into absorbing the I am, that presence that makes me feel so alive, right? And I'm grateful for this. It's like even in this moment, right, when what the world would say that I am unfortunate or um, not not blessed, I am. And this is really tearing me up because I can see all that, ooh, all that I have been receiving these past few years. How blessed I am, how abundant I have been, right? And I'm so grateful for that. Um, I stopped this at 11:11. Okay, universe. So moving along, when we ask or set the intention, let me start again. When we ask or set the intention for abundance, we are signaling to the universe that we are ready for the intuition, the tools, the discernment, and wisdom to assist us along with humanity in this shift. And remember that, right? And this intention for this video is set for those who need to hear this in this place and space. It's not for everyone because everyone is not ready for um, wealth, right? So know from now on when you set your intentions for um, wealth, remember, set the intentions for the game that you're playing. Think about it like this. Say you're playing the game of Monopoly, right? And there are some souls who play Monopoly a little different than others. So what happens is you set the rules straight, even in dominoes, bones, right? You set the direction straight before you begin the game because there are those who play bones in jail who have a whole different outlook on bones. And then you have those who are you know, um, not in jail, right? Who play the game a little differently. So you set your rules, and these are the intentions. And when you set your intentions, you do it with clarity, right? This is how we get to the abundance, y'all. Oh my God, I'm so happy. This is so amazing, Um, one last thing. If we really, really be real with ourselves, and this is something that I was sitting with myself, and this is what I wrote. I said, what abundance are we asking for? Because I know I never asked for money directly, but that was my intention. And the universe said, well, you don't really mean that, right? So the universe did not deny me. However, it delayed it because I wasn't ready to handle or hold on to that vibration, right? And something amazing occurred in April. I signaled to the universe that I was ready to play a different game. And when you're ready to play a different game, the universe will play that game with you. Because remember, you are the universe. You are the co-creator. You co-create this place and this space with source energy, right? If you are an extension of source energy, then you, my friend, you, my love, have the same creative tools as source, right? And you remember that. So set your intentions, right? Set some new intentions because we're about to shift into a whole different season. But for right now, we're in Cancer season, and this is just as amazing as any other season, right? Set your intentions. Well, we just left the new moon. Set your intentions. Ask your higher self when how, where, you know, I had, oh, geez. Look, ask your higher self, how do you set those intentions and go from there? If you haven't heard it today, look, we are abundant, y'all. We are abundant, no questions asked. If you're still on this planet, you are abundant. Now it's time to play another game. Let's get to the wealth. If you haven't heard it today, I love you. I love me. I love us. I love what I'm doing. Peace. Have an amazing rest of your day.